Hello everyone, it's me here back again with a devlog of the game Squirrel Forest. I wanted to share some updates, some progress that I made on the game in the past week, and there is not too much visual progress. However, in terms of design, I think I have finally come up with at least some sort of a vision of what I want this game to be. So I'll start off with the most obvious thing, I think. It's this big text up here, and it basically is showing the collective, the population IQ of your squirrels. And I know this may sound weird and interesting, but hear me out. This game I thought would be a nice and interesting idea to make sort of a satire of capitalism and just modern day society, and which everything is going to be expressed through these cartoonish squirrels. So the new statement of the game is a game about an evolving population of squirrels trying to increase their collective IQ. And this does sound weird, I know, but at the same time, I think this will be an interesting direction that I'm going to take this game in. So there's going to be buildings, there's going to be techs, a tech tree, there is going to be skills that every squirrel will master. For example, we see Zen here. He has a carrying, a building, and a repairing skill. So this little guy knows how to carry resources, how to do the building task, and how to do the repairing task when the building's condition drops. So these will be skills that are going to be acquired by the squirrels by just learning them in schools. So, well, after that crash, I thought I would just transition to demonstrating the game in Unity here. So as I was saying, there is going to be a new thing, a new area effect. So for example, there is a school, and the school will have an area effect, or more like a radius, and in that radius, if you're gonna have buildings in that radius, then every squirrel who lives in that building will have access to this school. So for example, this is just a basic placeholder school, but if we're gonna have any more skills like, well, for example, the most simple ones like a repairing school, and these squirrels are gonna learn the skill to repair, or they can learn a skill of propaganda, which is, again, this is probably gonna be a bit controversial. This is gonna be thought-provoking, I hope, and this game is going to be some sort of a simulation of the society, I guess, and how IQ is going to be the main stat. So now it's not implemented yet, but every single squirrel will have their IQ displayed. And so your goal of the game is to try and reach as high of an IQ of the population as possible, because the higher the IQ of squirrels is, then the more tech things from the tech tree you can unlock, and the more efficient they are at working, and just in general everything starts to run smoother. And so the losing condition is if all of your squirrels drop so low in IQ that they just, I don't know, can't find where they hit their nuts or something. So that's why I thought this regional area thing would come into play, where certain skills could be learned at certain schools, meaning if you want this area to be gatherers and they would have these trees in the area and they would gather, then there are different places where you may want a different school which teaches them how to do other things. So I haven't thought of many more skills yet, so that is going to be the thing that I'll be designing now. But that is the main premise of how it's probably going to work out, and the player will control the population of squirrels by building more houses, by constructing more places for them to reside. The player is going to also control the propaganda machine, which I'm not yet sure how that's going to be implemented. Maybe every time your level of your population increases, with the text that you unlock, there's going to be a new way of producing propaganda. So I'm going to start off with some sort of a gathering, you know, like public gatherings, like there used to be in Greece or the ancient times where they had democracy, but this is a bit different. This is like a public city square where everyone just gathers in one place to listen to some guy speak. And so you're going to control what the guy says. And so by that, squirrels are going to, I don't know, have their IQ either increased or decreased, something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I have made this menu. So if you remember plants, this used to be the planting menu. The building menu is not here already. So these are the new building icons and everything. The icons are getting generated from the models. So because I've had the issue of having the old icons and the icons didn't change when I changed the model, so I found a way how to generate them. This is not the most efficient and the best way, as you can see, because some objects just don't take up the full space, but I think if I auto-generate them and then maybe use photo editing software. I've started working with Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, and I found those programs pretty cool. So yeah, I just like crop in a bit and tidy up. And this is probably where all the list of available squirrels is going to be. Yep, I think that's it. It's very simple. I think, you know, these devlogs are just a way for me to share progress and maybe document progress for myself. This is why I do them every Sunday, and I have successfully had a couple of days of almost 8-hour streams on Twitch. This is where you can find me. And this is where I got my idea, because I've had some people stop by and have a chat, and then they have helped me to refine the idea for this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I progress with the game, and thank y'all for watching. See you later.